G'day guys, welcome to my first paint tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve the red power armor like my Blood Angels. First, you want to start by priming your model with Games Workshop Mephiston Red spray. Then we're going to give our base coat 2 coats of Mephiston Red and Evil Sunz Scarlet, equal proportions, so 1:1. For this example, I'll just be doing the chest piece. So you just want to apply paint over your entire model. I'm using a small dry brush for this. I just find it puts the paint down really smoothly. I'll complete this step and I'll do another coat of this, and then we'll come back and we'll work on the recess shade. After your 2 base coats are dry, it should look like this. The next step is to apply our recess shade. For that, you're going to need 1 part Mephiston with 1 part Rhinox hide to 2 parts Lahmian medium. We're going to apply this with a small artificer brush from Games Workshop, and we are essentially going to try and just put this into every recess. Now don't worry if you mess this part up, you can just go back with your base coat and tidy it up. I'll just apply this recess shade to all the areas of this chest, and then I'll come back and show you what it's like, and we'll move on to the first highlight. After you've applied your recess shade and done your tidy up with your base coat, the next step is to add our first highlight. For this, you're only going to need Evil Sunz Scarlet and your small artificer brush. Now all we're going to do is try and apply an edge highlight to all the high points of the armor. For this highlight, it's actually going to be quite thick because the following highlight is going to be thin, so you want a little bit of breathing room when you're applying this highlight. It will make the next step easier. So I'll go around the chest here and apply all these edge highlights, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Don't be worried if you make a mistake or it's a little bit shaky. You can just go back with your base coat and tidy it up. After your first highlight is dry and you've done your tidy ups, the next step is to add our secondary highlight. For this, you're going to need 3 parts Fire Dragon Bright to 1 part Evil Sunz Scarlet. Now this step is just the same as the previous one, except we're going to be adding a much finer highlight. So you'll find if you did that thicker primary highlight, that this step should be a little bit easier because it gives you some wiggle room. This is probably the hardest part of the tutorial, so take your time, and if you make any mistakes, that's all right. You can just go back with your first highlight color, the Evil Sunz Scarlet, and just tidy it up. So I'll go around the whole chest piece and the little belt there and just apply the secondary highlight. And again, like I said, if you make a mistake, that's fine. Just go back with your first highlight and just tidy it up. So we'll come back after I've applied those. After you've finished applying your second highlight and finished with your tidy up, the final color we add is a Fire Dragon Bright dot highlight. Again, we're going to use the small artificer brush for this. So this is just pure Fire Dragon Bright. And all you're going to do is dot the high points of the armour, or where there's an armour join. So these little bits down here. This just adds a tremendous amount to the model. Not many people do dot highlights, but I'm a big fan of them. So I'll go through and I'll do all these little dot highlights and then we'll come back. So with the dot highlights finished, your red power armour is done. I finish off my models by varnishing them with Tamiya Flat Clear TS80, but I would obviously finish all the areas like the Aquila and stuff before I go ahead with that. Thank you for watching the first tutorial. It'd be very helpful if you left some constructive feedback, and we'll be working on a black tutorial next and then probably a gold one. Thanks for watching.